Thank you, everyone. It's a treasure to be here with you. I'm I'm touched by where we are in our calendar. We have just completed the commemoration of Tisha B'Av, and according to Rabbi Alan Liu of blessed memory, a remarkable teacher, Tisha B'Av is actually the beginning of the high holiday season where we connect deeply with our brokenness. And that comes from the brokenness around us, but basically it's a reflection of brokenness within us. And I was looking at the calendar and what to bring today, and I noticed that Shabbat is Tu B'Av. And I thought, okay, so Tu B'Av, for those who are not familiar, is like the Israeli Valentine's Day. It is a day that invites people to find a partner if they don't have one, and to celebrate partnership if they do have one. And I did some research on Tu B'Av and learned that it is actually a day of festivity after the darkness of Tisha B'Av, and a bit of a turning, if you will, in preparation for the joy that we experience on Rosh Hashanah and even Yom Kippur, because that can be joyful also. And so, what I thought that I would bring in today is that this idea of Tu B'Av is about sending our love out. And that's so beautiful and so important. And yet, for today, I want us to focus on the beloved within and give ourselves some time to relate, to contact, to hold, to cultivate, and really connect deeply to grace and goodness for ourselves. I think that it may be harder when we feel stressed and anxious, and I think many of us are feeling that for so many reasons in the world around us right now, and maybe personal reasons as well. So the idea of focusing our attention into the heart and into caring for ourselves, it can't be beat. So let's begin. Find your spot. And in everything that we do today, be gracious with yourself. Be kind with yourself. So as you find your spot, feeling your heels contacting the ground, the earth that holds us and supports us, see if your legs can be gentle as they respond to gravity. If you can bring love into your calves, in the back and the front, into your toes as they reach out into space. Bring kindness to your knees. And exhale if that feels comfortable. Or smile internally if that's more comfortable for you. Feel your thighs softening and the beautiful pulse that runs through your legs. Feel the joy and the goodness of the circulation. Bring your awareness to your seat. The seat behind you on which you sit, and the seat in front of you, the pelvic girdle that holds you up. A big bowl of goodness. Feel that bowl fill up with your life juice. Allow it to soften any tension. And then bring your attention to your belly. Soften here as well and feel the light of creation, the beautiful sun coming into you, warming your belly. Soften around your diaphragm. Bring in joy. Bring in light. And in your back, feel the muscles and the bones of your spine coming out from your spine, supporting you, allowing you to sit up, to walk through space, holding all of your organs so delicious. Feel love here.
I think we might have just lost Robin, but hopefully she'll return. And in the meantime, I would just ask us all to continue to sit, to be really fully present in our bodies, to feel our breath moving in and moving out. Let's sit for a few minutes of quiet. For those who were here yesterday, Jenny gave us the gift of focusing on our breath and really paying attention to it. And today, Robin invites us into our bodies. To experience ourselves embodied, which is also such a gift. And here she is.
Thank you, Firkins. Even when we feel disconnected, we are held, and we are truly, truly connected with all. Let's bring our awareness to our hearts. You might see your heart. Maybe it looks like that simple red thing beating. Or maybe you see it more physiologically. Or perhaps it's a spiritual place. I invite you, if it feels right, to put a hand here on your heart. What does it feel like to bring your attention to taking care of you, to loving you, to bringing light into yourself? Perhaps your heart can open just a little bit, widen, to bring in more love. Love that comes to us through the sacred and through our own attentiveness. We'll take some quiet time now to be with self-love, self-kindness, self-appreciation. You are your own beloved. And as we prepare to close this time of sitting, I invite you to take something with you, something that reminds you of how beloved you are, that reminds you of your wholeness, your goodness, your love for yourself. And on your own time, bring your awareness back to your space and then back to our space together.
Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that beautiful and really important teaching. Which I look forward to discussing in a moment. We continue our practice now with the recitation of Kaddish for those among us who are in mourning. I invite anyone who is in mourning to please add the name of the person you're remembering in the chat. I want to see. Yeah, please add people in the chat. And then I invite everyone to unmute and so we can recite together and to rise in body or in spirit. And we begin. Yitkadal,
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba
Yamad
Yamad V'rakirete Lech Malkute V'chane Karvim Yisrael Avalav Zman Karev Ishmi Rabba Yo Shemei Rabba Barak Yishtabach Yitador V'yitalav V'yitalal Shmei B'Shem V'Yisrael Elamim Tariram Bilman Ishlama Rava Ben Shammai Chayam Aweda V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yakol V'Yakol Uyasa Shalom Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yakol Amen.
Shalom Aleinu.
Amen.
Say shalom. Aleinu Israel. Al kol yoshvei tevel. Yimaru. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone. So those who might have to leave us now, may you go in peace, and we hope to see you tomorrow. And for those who can stay, this is an opportunity to ask some questions of Robin about her beautiful teaching, about self-love, the challenge of self-love, perhaps, or maybe I'm speaking for myself, and about practice in general, whatever moves you. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. There was not a resource sheet today. Oh, somebody's raised their hand. Let's see. We usually put our questions in the chat. Oh, Rana, thank you so much for that beautiful comment.
Recording in progress.
And I'm so sorry about the note you received on your car. I'm glad you could be held in this group. I'm looking at you. I can see you. Just nice. You know, I sort of joked about the challenge of loving ourselves, but it's a real. Oh, Laura. Oh, now I'm echoing for some reason. I don't know if that's only for me, for everyone. Laura asked to expand on the difficulty with self-love. I don't know if that was in regards to my comment or just her own question. But for many years, I led a group on Tikkun Midot practice at our synagogue, and was aware every year when we did Chesed as a foundational Midot, how challenging it is to bring that compassion that we seek to cultivate in ourselves, to bring it to embrace ourselves and to love ourselves. And we've lost Robin again. Well, maybe she'll be back. There she is. You're like Harry Potter and the chimney flue.
I'm so sorry, everybody. It's been raining a lot here. I lost power, so I was on my phone and I could hear you, but I couldn't see you. So are you being able to hear me and see me now?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, good. So I
So we were
apologize.
talking about the challenge of self-love and compassion, sort of bringing chesed to ourselves.
Yes.
And there's some wonderful comments. There's one from Esther. I'm very grateful for your teaching today. I wrote this morning, self-compassion is the practice of meeting ourselves with kindness, particularly in moments of pain, fear, or shame, or other strong waves of emotion. Turning towards ourselves with non-judgment, we learn to offer gentle care. And that can begin to create a sense of inner safety and spaciousness, allowing us to move forward at our own pace. In my own healing journey, learning to offer myself compassion, what I sometimes call inner compassion, has been a great balm. It helps turn toward what's difficult. Oh, that's beautiful. That last line is very powerful, Esther. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of that, Robin.
Yeah, so my current microphone is not as good as the microphone that won't hook up right now, so forgive me. I hope you'll be able to hear me. I'll lean forward a little bit. I was thinking as I was preparing this that there's this beautiful metta meditation that I learned from Jonathan Slater and then again from Sylvia Boorstein. May I be safe. May I be happy. May my body be strong. May my life unfold with ease. And that when we were taught this, we first were invited to give it out. May you, thinking of somebody that we had an unconditional relationship with. And only after really spending a dedicated amount of time offering this to somebody who's the person you can call at 3 a.m., then we were invited to turn it to ourselves for the exact reason that some of you have shared about the challenge for being good to oneself. And I think that it's absolutely crucial that we give ourselves the opportunity to pay attention, right? I'm not saying that all of a sudden, I'm in love with me. No, I'm not assuming or suggesting that that might happen. But if we can even open a little bit compassion to ourselves, my personal experience is that it heals volumes of personal wounds. And those wounds can be inflicted from anywhere in our lives by someone else or by ourselves, right? The things that we come to internalize. When we can offer just a tiny bit of kindness to ourselves, it's like permission to let the pain heal. And for me, you know, when I look at all of the challenges that we're dealing with in Israel and Gaza and this country and the weather changes and the disasters, it's like we can't afford not to open even just a little bit, because the more love that we can create, the more it just, you have that internal cup, and it just spills over to everyone and everything around you. So I think we can't underestimate the power of this kind of a practice. And again, even if we see that the results seem to be very subtle, perhaps over time they might increase.
Well, a reminder that it's a practice, right?
Exactly.
And like our tennis stroke, it only gets better or stronger with, what did Malcolm Gladwell say? 10,000 hours.
The 10,000 hours.
I think that was his number.
When I studied dance in college, we were told 10 years to make a professional dancer. When I studied shiatsu, 10 years to make a shiatsu practitioner. I guess it's the same idea that we invest, and we invest, doing the techniques, doing the practice, and then magically there's a dance. There's something that we become owners of because we've put in the dedication.
So this might speak to, there are two sort of related question and a reflection. Glenn asked, there always seems to be a very small space of suffering in the container of self-love or other love. What is the appropriate meeting of this small space in these spaces? By which, I'm not sure what Glenn means by these spaces, but it's such an acute.
I'm inclined to do this, Glenn, and say it's okay. It's okay. Suffering is okay. We awaken each day. We walk through our day. We go to sleep each night. And if we can just hold ourselves a tiny bit and let that suffering out, that also is healing. That also allows ourselves to open and let new energy come in. We have to release, you have to clean out your closet before you can have room for the new stuff. And we are suffering. Part of loving is suffering, as you said. So to simply allow ourselves to breathe that in and breathe that out can make more room. And Rama, I didn't see, I got disconnected, so I don't know what's going on. I just want to let you know my heart is with you.
Similarly, Harris notes that I'm aware that I carry within myself the voices of people who love or loved me and whom I experienced as critical of me. It can be difficult for me to silence those voices or to turn the criticisms into expression of love.
I learned a long time ago this phrase, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And, sometimes those critical voices can be instructive too. And when they're not, to say, okay, you've been heard. Now I'm going to do something good for myself. And perhaps in time, we can shift the neural programming, right? Let go of some of the neural programming of punishment, criticism, difficulty, and bring in more programming of they were doing their best, or I can let that go. Maybe they weren't always doing their best, or maybe they were, but I can move on from that now. I don't have to be held, like bound by that conversation or by that experience. And one of the benefits for me in meditation is that it really has and continues to help me reprogram my neural reactions, my neural responses. And I think I should use the word response, because the knee-jerk reactions don't come as much or as often. I can pause. I can say, oh, I have choice in the matter. I'm going to choose kindness.
Mm.
Or I'm going to feel that pain so that I don't have to hold on to so much anymore.
Right. I used to be a high school English teacher, and one of the things we used to say to the kids sometimes, it's not funny, I'm not laughing really, but when they were struggling was, the only way out is through. And so we do have to feel that sorrow and move through it.
I would say that that is my life's path. My life's path has not been comfortable. It's still not comfortable. And I am the waves of the ocean. I have to be in it. And when I give myself permission to be in it, the wave goes, it comes in and it goes out. And it may come in over and over and over, but eventually the tide goes out and I step up and I walk away until the next one. So, but I really mean that the more compassion we can give to ourselves to be in those unpleasant places, the more healing we create internally. And it touches everything in our world. It reaches out, it touches out.
Esther made a note here that Dr. Kristen Neff, a pioneering researcher in self-compassion, teaches meeting suffering with 3 elements: mindfulness, our shared humanity, sort of the point you were just making, that suffering is part of life, and kindness.
Yeah.
And then people are hoping for, you shared the post that I think it's Sylvia Borstein has shared about May I Be Happy. Can you share that meta prayer?
May I be safe, or may I feel safe? You can either way.
Yeah.
May I be happy, or may I feel happy? May my body be strong. May my body feel strong. May my life unfold with ease.
May my life unfold with ease.
Yeah.
And then you can share that out, right? May you, and you can.
It's lovely to offer it as a you first, if we need a little, because offering it out opens our hearts. So then when we direct it in, we're already a little more available. And then we can offer it to somebody we don't know. If we are in a really good place, we could start offering it to people with whom we have a disagreement. And ultimately, we can offer it to us. May we be safe. I see we're closing on time. So a melody came to me for these words when I was in my cohort with IJS. So I'll just sing them. May we be safe. May we be happy. May our bodies be strong. May our lives unfold with ease.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful place to close. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Prayers to all of you, peace to all of you. And Robin, thank you so much for your wise teaching.
My
and
pleasure.
Natalie, behind the scenes, wherever you are, thank you so much for holding this space.